Hey everyone, Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Quick little update. We've been working on the 800 gallon, and you can see there's food in there right now. Algae on the glass. So I think it's getting better. We've done some, I tested a big $500 diatomaceous earth filter. Did it make it a little bit clearer? Yes. Did it also clog every 3-ish days? Yes. Will I use it long term? Don't know, but I can't test it while I'm out of town. So for right now, it's bypassed, and that's that. We also installed a UV sterilizer again, so 55 watt UV sterilizer in line, and we put back on the above tank sump with polishing pad. So, it's better. The fish have been digging a lot more at night, which is irritating, and it's proving the point of how it's difficult to work on a project like this, where if they don't dig these big pits, like here and over there, there wouldn't be as much stuff in the water. But at the same time, we need to get the stuff out of the water. You can see how many females are just holding babies there. They won't eat while they're doing that. But all these girls, like, I need more babies. It's becoming kind of a problem, and I kind of want to see how crazy it can go. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do long term with, if there's 300 Seleucids in here, that'd be pretty cool. But we just got to let it play out. Well, I don't have to. I'm going to let it play out, because why not? So that's what's going on there. Added a table back in here because I had Gary laying over for dinner. Got the shabunkins doing shabunky things. And then really I was going to show all the new fish. Oh, and so more things. We are filtration system for the water coming into all the aquariums, just to eliminate that. So I installed this thing. Actually detects whether there's a leak in the system, shows me how many gallons per hour and the temperature through my YoLink app, but it's like $275, so just know that. So that's in line. Then we've got a coarse pre-filter. That's either 50 or 100 micron, I can't remember, and you can back flush it by opening it up, and I got to get a tube so it goes into the sink here. Then we go to 10 micron, which is this one, and then we go to 5 micron. So if anything's in my well water besides bacteria, we will at least filter that out basically. So one more thing to eliminate. Over here, we have all the rainbow fish that I bought at the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society auction. So 6 varieties of rainbows in egg form. I got the egg kits from Gary Lang, set up all the trays, and you can see in some of them quite a few babies. Some not as many, like these Kamaka eggs right here, not as many. These are the Kali Mizzou? I don't know, however you want to pronounce that. Got some Axelrodi yellows here. Focusing on that. Then we've got the Kalitawa. These are the ones that I was really gunning for. They've got a lot of nice white on them and that kind of stuff, so I've got all those fry going. Then we've got Bosmoni, or Bosmani, Uter. Got quite a few of those. Hoping they're showing up on camera. It's kind of a, with all the ripples. And then these ones, I also wanted these ones, but I don't know if they didn't hatch or they got pushed out and they were smaller or what the deal is. I've got a few fry of rainbows that made it into the main tank. So I'm going to have to grow those out separately, all on their own, to see what they are and have a chance at not crossbreeding if I breed any of these. So my main goal right now is getting them as big as possible, because I leave in 2 days for the Keystone Clash. Awesome. And then I'm back for like 10 days, and then I go to Brazil for almost 3 weeks. I'm almost out of pocket. Well, it's not 3 weeks. That's a lie. It's 17 days, so not quite, 2.5 weeks. And my wife's got to feed all this. And so right now I'm feeding this super fine food that Gary Lane includes. I'm feeding Magic Small Fish Feed, and I'm feeding over here paramecium culture. So I've got a couple cultures going. It doesn't look like a whole lot. You got to get it just in the right light to basically see. You're feeding cloudy water. Essentially, you're feeding cloudy water. So the smallest things that I can find to hopefully, I just turned water flow up and air up a little bit today because it was starting to get a little mucky on the bottom, because you don't want too much flow with fry like this because they don't want to fight against swimming against it. So I'm trying to, so you see here, like the airflow is a bubble every few seconds on that one. I might even need to turn it up a little bit for this one. But the water flow, I mean, as they get stronger and become better swimmers, and as more things hatch out, I'm pretty sure this one's all done hatching. This one probably mostly done. There might be a few more in there. And then like this one, I don't know. I lost one fry like day one, and I don't know if many more hatched out. So, but I think I'm through most of that there. So now let's travel on to new fish. Where did I put new fish? Oh yeah, I got a Shodentai puffer who is not on camera at the moment. I cannot find where he's hanging out, but he has been going around just absolutely murdering snails. He's been doing a bang-up job, which has been helpful. And he, so far, and I'm not saying go do this, so far is not touching shrimp or nerite snails. So I don't know where he's hanging out at, but this is a monster sword here. He's somewhere in there. If I spot him, he's just been doing a really good job. So also, from a forum member, if you haven't joined the forum, you're missing out. I got some rainbow shiners. So you can see kind of their super duper cool color. So those might be a project outside or inside, just depends on what we're doing. I guess you could take a look at that long fin, super red bristle nose hanging out on that leaf. And then, for whatever reason, I've got another crypt melt going on. Like, I don't know. I don't know what, is it the changing of the seasons? This didn't happen last year. I was fertilizing. I am seemingly doing nothing different. Why is it right here and then not here or here? But this is how the other one started, and then it was here and here and here. So I don't know. It's kind of fortuitous though, because I'm going to play more with underground filters, so I can replace that while I'm at it, but irritating to watch it go away. But these guys, these Radicus ornatus Siri Creek rainbows, I was able to get the auction super duper cheap. There's kind of like a reddish form and a bluish form in there. And my hope is that they eat all of these little babies so I can kind of clean out the gold guppies out of here, because I've got them in another tank. That might be wishful thinking, but if all this melts down, I can catch them anyway. And then reset this kind of up in a different way. Oh yeah, my tissue culture plant's still doing well and spreading. So a week later, yes, still have algae, but eventually it'll balance out. Eventually. No new fish over here. Just kind of got some more. I ordered in some more Anubias. I want to attach them to rocks and things. I just haven't done that. This is where the crypts melted down. They're coming back more and more. Haven't done anything with that. This tank, I installed an underground filter on one side, very crudely. So I just didn't gravel back or anything. Moved all the stuff with all the mulm and just made a giant mess. Then installed that, and then went, let's cover that back up. And yeah, so this is the current version that I'm testing. And the flow is pretty crazy from what I'm doing. This one's not using the easy flow. It's using a different system that we're working on. And it's using the easy flow like uplift tube, but not the air collar. So different system. But yeah, the flow's pretty crazy, and it can go more, to the point where it's spitting, which is not good, but it'll spit a lot of water out of there. But I can't stand that sound, so we're not doing that sound. We're doing cool. I'm gonna slow it down even more, hopefully. So yeah, that's what's going on with these guys. And so I'm making more filter plates. We're 3D printing them for now, but they take forever. Hours and hours and hours. Long term, hopefully we'll produce them if we like it. But I intend to do the other half as well, reset the plants and kind of do what's doing there. And this is gold guppy tank number 2. So, yeah. So this is a tank where I had just these red cherry shrimps and the red platies. This is a prime one that I'm totally going to just move the 3 rocks, put it in a underground filter, put the 3 rocks back, kind of let that one marinate. Nothing new in here, just growing out the rosy barb long fins that we bred. Should focuses on them ever. And then I've also got those 3 shubunkins that maybe need to move on. And I need to put the puffer in here to do some cleanup because there's lots of snails. Slowly turning the battle on algae versus Physodon's moss. Ever so slowly. It's weird. I'm using the latest iPhone 17, and the colors that are being shown, like it's very red compared to this is more green. So it's a weird thing to be seeing. I'm going to look in the settings somewhere. I didn't change like crazy profile or anything, but I might need to do some adjustments. Like, not that it's bad. It's just, it's weird for me to see it and go, on camera, this moss looks brownish and yellow. In person, it looks green. The Java fern looks a little more pale green in person and a little darker green here. So that's interesting. Oh yeah, new fish here. I ordered more. If you guys have been following for 10 years, like, isn't this the 4th or 5th time? Like, yes. More of the Alpherocolstratus livebearer with the blue eyes here. If I can get it. Let me try zooming. What if we zoom? That's pretty good. So I got that blue eye. They're a livebearer, kind of a little schooling fish, which is fun. And yeah. Again, these crypts aren't melting down. Well, I said that about the last crypts. Maybe I give this a week or 2 and they'll be melting down on me. Yeah, same old over here. Just got the black ruby barbs. They're still looking awesome. They're looking good. Let's take a look over at the fry station because I did get some new fish over here as well. I got some African cichlids, Placidochromis sapphire, I think. If I remember right. They're about 2 years away from looking cool. So there's that. I bought these panda guppies for like $3 for 2 pairs or something. So no one was buying them and they look good. And I was like, well, I'll buy those and I'll start them up, I guess, again because I'm a sucker. Do I have any other new fish? Oh yeah. From Candy's tour, I brought home these barbs. And the African banded barb, and he bred them, and so his water was close to mine, so I'm going to try breeding them. This is a much bigger group than I had anticipated, so not sure where I'm breeding them yet, but I do intend to breed those. In here were the parents of the cribs, and the parents were fighting a ton and starting to eat some of the babies. I think the female was eating because she's ready to breed, and the male was protecting. He was taking them in his mouth. So you can see there's like a baby there. There's like, I want to say like 7 babies left hidden in the gravel through here because I moved the parents. So I moved the parents down to here with the new underground filter that I installed. There's dad. Mom's probably, yep, she's up behind the overflow there. So they'll probably breed again. But, and I got these female guppies. I'm not even 100% sure what type they are, but they sold them in lots of like 12, and they sold like 2 groups of 12 males and then a group of 12 females. And they were all bred from one strain, and people bought the males, and then I bid on the females and got 12 like line bred females for $10, I think. Maybe it was 8. And I wasn't meaning to steal it from anybody, but I was like, clearly they're worth at least $1 a fish. I'll play with these. And so I imagine they'll be kicking out some babies here pretty soon. But I clearly need to bring the puffer on the fry tank tour and have him murder those for me. And yeah, they're just eating the community pellets up above, letting them kind of graze on them. These guys finished off. Yeah, they want to eat midwater. They'll eat the pellets up top, but they really want to eat midwater. Oh, drapefin barbs, are those? I don't know if I put those on camera yet, but I'm hoping to grow those out, breed them, and have them look super cool. Those are some of those mystery fry that we had a long time ago. 2 rainbows. Turquoise rainbows, maybe? Question mark? Still growing them out. Still, we know they're a rainbow, but we don't necessarily know what type of rainbow. If I had more time without going out of town, I'd probably try to spawn these a little more. They're looking nice and fat and sassy with eggs. So these dwarf golden barbs. Yeah, it's looking better. You can kind of see through the other side. There's not as much gunk in the water. You still get this haze. There's still stuff there for sure. But especially when you focus down on like the actual fish and anything where it's not 8 feet front to back. See, I think this shot looks pretty good. Like, hey, that water's looking pretty good. And so yeah, I think that it's just when you start looking 4 feet, because 4 feet front to back or 8 feet long. Plus, right now I have this small coating of algae on the front, which happens. Let's see if I can show you on the back here. Yeah, you can kind of see it on. Oh, it's focusing on fish. You can kind of see it on the back of the acrylic. But let's see if that puffer came out yet. Are you out, bud? Are you out? Where are you? Where are you? Hidden. He's hidden. All right, now I'm going to show you outside a little bit just because, yeah, I want to show those ponds. Thought I would show 3D printer setup going. These are printing the slides for the sliders for the totes that you're going to see outside. This print, so hitting print on this is a 30-hour print, so more than a day, by 5 kilogram spools at a time, custom made enclosure for drying 5 kg spools, and then yeah, some underground filter parts I've been playing with there. So yeah, it's been. Here's some more parts over here. These ones, they're not thick enough, so I made them thicker to be more robust. We'll hop outside here. Camera adjust, let there be light. And so, got the foods out here, obviously. Still got the goldfish, but they never come up. I'm hoping the contest doesn't end while I'm gone. But yeah, you can see here, these are the parts we're printing. You know, some have to fit up front like that. And then you've got these corner pieces. It honestly is quite a bit, but this is one that's all installed. I just need to cut the plastic now. And we've got the platinum rice fish in here. Oh, it's windy today. But hopefully they'll be laying some eggs. So I've been starting to put the magic small fish feed in here. Yes, I got duckweed. Dang it. You can see still holding true. 55.7 in this one that has no top at all. This one that has, you know, most of the top. 57.9. So what is that? That's a 2.2 degree difference. So that's one of the reasons why I would be doing the tops. Now, black, you say, oh man, that looks better. And I would agree, except it got too hot and warped a bunch. And I did a test where the end there gets sunlight. And so I put a black piece and a white piece, and it was a 40 degree difference. White runs 40 degrees cooler, so I'm hoping I won't get any of the warping issues. This spider's been hanging out here for like 3 days. He keeps going up and down here, so he's decided that's his home. These are the longfin orange rice fish. I got no plants, but you can tell they are full of eggs and everything. I just need to get on it. Do it faster, Corey. This one, if it took, has some Daphnia. I don't see any. And these plants keep blowing in. I don't know what they are, but yeah, that's the, you know, end of the summers, being that we're in September update of these ponds. Time is always fleeting for me. but I'm still pushing forward. Like I literally did this yesterday. And before someone, why you got a gap? Why you got a gap? In case I want to run any extra wires like this. So this one has a wire it runs through, or an extra airline or anything I need to do. We left one little gap in the back just in case. But yeah, so I installed that yesterday. And it takes a while to print. So I've got basically 3 done, 1 on the printer, halfway done. So I've got another 60 to 70 hours of printing without even installing. And then I got to cut the thing. So it's been a long project, a lot of things going on, but I would say a worthwhile project. Ooh, let's see. Let's try the 8X on this. 8X. There's the pond down there. It's looking pretty grainy at 8X, I'll tell you what. But I do have water and power down there. So that is on the short list to hopefully get filtration installed on the big pond. So lots of little projects all in the mix. Got to go do Keystone Clash and do some talking, and then go to Brazil, film for you guys some more, and get to experience it myself. Is this puffer just never gonna show himself? Come on, bro. You're making me look terrible. I came in here and I watched him assassinate a snail, and I was like, good boy. He must just be. Although I don't want to harass him either. So, all right, buddy. I'll show you some other time. Male Zenataka Eisenai. And females. Hopefully we'll start making some of those. Ooh, big old pregnant Amano. And a nice dwarf Claro Pleco with the ocean blue shrimps. All right, I have to go get a haircut, so I'm going to go do that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you want to know about anything. I've been answering some more comments. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.